Good evening. Call to order the special meeting of the Board of Education for June 8th, 2022. We're going to go ahead and get started. Can everybody please rise for the pledge to the flag? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. May I have a motion to approve the revised agenda?
Motion.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. We're going to move on with the commendations portion of our meeting this evening. I'm going to pass it over to Mrs. Bernie Vega, who is going to do the PTA Reflections Student Winners, presented by our council president.
You want me? Go up, she's going to get up, yeah.
Welcome, everyone. For 50 years, National PTA's Reflection Program has helped students explore their own thoughts, feelings, and ideas, develop artistic literacy, increase confidence, and find a love for learning that will help them become more successful in school and in life. Each year, our Monroe-Woodbury PTAs invite students in kindergarten through grade 12 to create original works of art in response to a student-selected theme. The theme for the 21-22 school year was, "I will change the world by." Students of all abilities submitted their completed works of art in one or all of the available arts categories: dance, choreography, film production, literature, music composition, photography, and visual arts. Student winners from the local level have the opportunity to move up through their district, region, council, and state PTA programs to the national level. We'd like to honor the top 3 PTA reflection entries for each school in each of the 6 categories. From the high school, dance and choreography, Savannah Desio. In literature, Dennis Palacios. Yuvraj Shandyok. And the special artist, Evan Pavignano, who also received the New York State Award of Merit. For photography, Harrison Aaron. Aveline Gaines. Yuvraj Shandyok. For visual arts, Yuvraj Shandyok. Sunny Stein. For visual arts, Sunny Stein. Gregory Grisser. Gregory Grisser. And Anushka Shandyak. Aveline Gaines. Congratulations to the high school winners. For the middle school, we have dance choreography, Cheyenne Desio, who also received a New York State Award of Merit. For film production, Clara Whitrock. Okay. For film production, Anushka Shandyak. For literature, Anushka Shandyak. For music composition, Ruby Eberly. For photography, Anushka Shandyak. Congratulations to the middle school. For Central Valley Elementary, film production, Rachel Lily Perez. For literature, Madison Camfoy and Avery Tiratella. Special artist in the literature category is Ethan Tiratella. He also received the New York State Award of Merit.
I can't believe he's in Central Valley.
For photography, Lincoln Pierce. And the special artist category, photography, Emilio Perez.
Yeah.
For visual arts, Avery Chiricella. And Giuliano Ferrara. Special artist, Brooks Whitrock.
Look at Brooks. He's like,
He's so cute.
That is cool.
oh my gosh. Oh, I remember him.
Congratulations, Central Valley.
He's so shy. Oh, they want me to stay up here for the
Yeah, you,
but,
okay.
like,
You can
just gonna
stand with
keep
me
up
here.
there. Like, am I on the?
Good eye. Good eye.
Okay, Carol.
And on to North Main Elementary. For literature, Carter Person. Charlotte Whitrock. Congratulations, North Main Elementary. Pine Tree Elementary. In the category of literature, Ariana Ramon. Julia Lapine. Harper Burns. For dance choreography, Naraya Collins. Music composition, Hazel Fackrell. For photography, Maxim Polakov. Savannah Ferrara. Savannah Ferrara. And Logan Kaiser. For film production, Anya Shahid. And Mina Hunter. In the primary category for visual arts, Jonathan D'Ambroso and Laith Harity. Laith Harity. For intermediate visual arts, Elisa Lee Lin, Samir Malik, and Jonathan Habib. Congratulations, Pine Tree Elementary. Ms. Cole.
Get closer.
Soon. She won't be in this district.
No, but still.
Yeah.
The pride is still there.
Yep.
He's gonna get right in front of her.
For Smith Clove Elementary, Andy Pierce, that received the Award of Merit in New York State as well. And for Visual Arts, William Person and Danica Levinson. Congratulations to Smith Clove Elementary. Thank you, and we hope to see many of you enter Reflections again next year. The theme for the 2022-2023 program year is Show Your Voice. All students of all abilities are invited to participate as always. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Vega. And thank you to all of the PTAs and principals and all the administrators at the buildings that helped to support the Reflections program. It's definitely near and dear to my heart, and the kids do a phenomenal job every year, so congratulations to all of the students. Our next presentation is being done by Mrs. Rodriguez and Dr. Eric Hassler for our PTA Council and PTA presidents.
Good evening. I have the honor of thanking our PTA Council and our PTA presidents. And so I thought it would be fitting, I have a little calendar that has quotes. And today's quote is actually perfect. It says, "Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it's the only thing that ever has." And so this evening, I have the honor of presenting to these ladies that have volunteered countless hours to host all-night graduation parties, bring into schools guest speakers, student assemblies, author visits, and theater groups. They also help organize middle school recs, moving up ceremonies, and provide scholarship to our teaching staff and anything else that we ask them to. They are an integral part of our district, and we are so grateful for their volunteer work. I'd like to begin with congratulating Ms. Dawn Talbert, who is the president of our high school. Next is our middle school president, Jill Forestieri. For Central Valley, Brianne Chase. North Main Elementary, Ashley Torres. Pine Tree Elementary, Anne Marie Colabella Kaiser. Sapphire Elementary, I know she could not be here, she is out of the country, but it's Lori Leonardo. Smith Clove Elementary, Christine Chen Person. I would also like to thank our PTA Council, Sharon Chambers, Secretary. Amy Whitrock, Treasurer. And Bernie Vega, President. I also want, Bernie Vega holds two positions, not only PTA President, but she also, in her spare time, is also the SEPTA President. Thank you. Again, thank you to all of our volunteers. They really help our school district and support all of our children. Thank you.
Thank you very much to our PTAs and the roles that they hold within our school district. We're very appreciative. Our next presenter this evening is Dr. Eric Hassler, and he will be presenting the Community Connections Awards.
Thank you. Kind of continuing on with the theme of supporting the school district and our students, certainly our PTAs are integral in that. Many years ago, the school district created a Community Connection Award, and it was kind of a spin-off of our district leadership committee. And it was created to recognize individuals or organizations that exemplify the spirit of Monroe-Woodbury through community-based activities in service to the school district. The awards are given individually by each of our 7 schools, as well as by the Pta Council, and I'm very proud this evening to recognize the following community members for their continued work and support with the school district, and most importantly, our students. To start us off this evening, I'd like to welcome to the stage the principal of Sapphire, Ms. Caitlin Caldwell.
Thank you, Dr. Hassler. Good evening, trustees of the Board of Education, Superintendent Rodriguez, members of our district cabinet, and community. To all those who are celebrating the commendations here and at home, my name is Caitlin Caldwell, and I'm the principal at Sapphire Elementary School. On behalf of Sapphire, it is my great honor to thank our local Home Depot this evening, represented this evening by store manager Anthony Molina with the Community Connections Award from Sapphire. As we welcome the return of many of our beloved traditions and the start of several new ones, we're grateful to our local Home Depot for supporting our community. They've donated plants and resources for many projects that have kept our youngest learners' hands and minds busy in our magical classrooms. This year in particular, Home Depot worked with us to ensure that we could obtain clay pots for all of our kindergarten students and plants for all of our students, pre-K, kindergarten, and first graders, for our annual plant project. These projects give all of our Sapphire students the opportunity to celebrate their appreciation for an important female figure in their lives, and the support of Home Depot made it very special. It's truly an honor to demonstrate our gratitude to Home Depot and to store manager Anthony Molina with the Community Connections Award. Thank you so much. Thank you for your support of our students and the Sapphire community. Thank you very much.
I like that he's wearing his Home Depot.
And next up, representing the Smith Clove Elementary School is the principal, Mr. Chris Berger.
Thank you, Dr. Hassler. Good evening, everyone. On behalf of Smith Clove, we are privileged to recommend this Community Connection Award this year to Amy Gopi, who is a parent and has led our lunchtime theater production at Smith Clove Elementary School. Our lunchtime theater is a long-standing tradition that we have at Smith Clove where we have parents who volunteer their time to come in and act out books for our students during their lunchtime. The kids absolutely love it. I can tell you the cafeteria monitors absolutely love it because it's the quietest day, of the month when we perform that. I see some of our former actors and actresses out there tonight. It's a big deal at Smith Clove, but this particular year has been challenging with the pandemic, and Mrs. Gopi found a way to arrange for the performances to be pre-recorded through Zoom. We were able to send those to families through remote learning. We were able to display these presentations by video in the cafeteria for students so they still didn't miss out on that lunchtime theater presentations. Amy and the lunchtime theater group did a really good job of making sure that they exemplify the Monroe-Woodbury's mission by performing books that help students learn about resiliency, diversity, promote social emotional learning, and some fun, just good-natured things for the students. It's something that they truly enjoy. Since the mask mandate has been lifted, Mrs. Gopi has arranged for the parent volunteers to come back into the building, work on sets, costumes, and act out these age-appropriate books. So we are thrilled for all of the efforts by Mrs. Gopi in the Lunchtime Theater. Is Amy here tonight? There she is. All right, come on up, Mrs. Gopi. Thank you.
Yay!
And next up is Central Valley Elementary School, and here representing Central Valley is Dr. Christine Arlt.
Good evening. On behalf of Central Valley Elementary School, it is my pleasure to speak on behalf of Kimberly Gutman, the Parish Outreach Coordinator of Sacred Heart Church. As the Outreach Coordinator, Ms. Gutman is responsible for our Father's Pantry, our Mother's Cupboard, Sunshine Boutique, and St. Mother Teresa's Furniture Program. These programs provide food, diapers, baby items, furniture, clothing, appliances, household items, and more to Monroe-Woodbury families in need. With the relationships fostered with school social workers, administrators, and community members, she's always willing to assist any family in need while ensuring the dignity and respect for all. She makes herself available on a daily basis and takes personal pride in providing assistance to families within our Monroe-Woodbury community. Thank you, Ms. Gutman, for your service and support for and of our Monroe-Woodbury families. Congratulations.
Christine, go take a picture.
North Main Elementary is up next, and representing North Main is Mr. Cotto.
Good evening, everyone. Mrs. Spector and Mrs. Marshall, along with the Social Action Committee of the Congregation Etz Hayim Jewish Community Center, consistently goes above and beyond to support those less fortunate students and families in the Monroe-Woodbury School District, specifically our children at North Main. Each Friday, this group delivers prepackaged meals for over 45 of our students whose families are in desperate need of support. These packages are delivered to North Main for distribution every Friday, no matter the weather. They are like the postmen of the past, I should say. Rain, cold, snow, they show up out in the front, radio call, snack ladies are here, and they are delivering. I never get to see them. By the time they deliver and leave, they're so quick, I never get to see them each week. But these families are so grateful for the support. However, Mrs. Spector, Mrs. Marshall, and Leah Morgenstein and their behind-the-scenes supporters are never looking for a pat on the back. They just truly want to give back to the less fortunate in the community. And they are doing just that, making a difference. Please come up.
And I just want to say, it is very true what Mr. Cotto said, because when we reached out to them to invite them to come to the ceremony, they refused to give us their names because they didn't want individual recognition for this award. They are so passionate about their work. So that is very, very true what Mr. Cotto said. Up next is Pine Tree Elementary School, and here representing Pine Tree is Mr. Brian Judice.
All right, good evening, everybody. Thank you so much, Dr. Hassler. On behalf of Pine Tree, it is my pleasure to represent our BLC Community Connection Award to Jim and Sue Foley. They exemplify the mission and spirit of the Community Connection Award in numerous ways. Each fall, they begin to organize and plan for several months of genuine volunteer work that benefit our community in many levels. Jim and Sue each dress up as Mr. and Mrs. Claus in December, making appearances throughout the Hudson Valley. Every weekend and many times during the week in December, they make visits to several times in one day, multiple locations, bringing smiles to boys and girls' faces. The Foleys do this fine work with pure love and joy as they bring their joy to all the children they visit. The adults additionally enjoy seeing and interacting with Mr. and Mrs. Claus too. They include visits to schools, firehouses, private family parties, military and police functions, just to name a few. They do all this at no cost. All they ask for are voluntary donations, with all proceeds going to worthy causes. For instance, they have donated many dollars to the Monroe YMCA, providing support and membership scholarships for community members, and also to the Garnett Health Foundation supporting our local hospital. And recently, they've been able to raise enough money to provide $3,500 toward medical bills to a Monroe-Woodbury family that was having needs with regard to medical bills. So they exemplify the Community Connection Award. It is my privilege to share that Jim and Sue Foley, who are this year's Pine Tree Community Connection Award winners.
Up next is our middle school, and I'd like to welcome to the podium Mr. Mike Pisano.
Thank you, Dr. Hassler. This year, we had the privilege and honor to work with the Zakor Anti-Semitism Institute, and that program, the organization, provided so many invaluable resources for our students on multiple levels. I'd just like to share the obvious here is that during the pandemic, opportunities for field trips have been greatly diminished. Opportunities for guest speakers have been greatly diminished. And twofold is this approach, because not only were we able to implement some of these things within reasonable limits, considering the circumstances, but we've also come to the realization that the memory of the atrocities of the Holocaust has faded in some cases. And it's a scary thing, and it's something that we need to be cognizant of as we become further removed from the generation who survived it. As they have aged and they've been unable to partake in being a guest speaker at various events, that firsthand knowledge, that personal touch to the atrocities that occurred is being lost. And it's the responsibility of our generation and future generations to keep that memory very much alive so that we can fulfill the promise of never again. It's my absolute honor and privilege to have nominated and to receive this award tonight, the Zakor Institute, Anti-Semitism Institute, because they provided not just a guest speaker who spoke to our students, captivated our 8th grade students, about 130 of them at a time, hearing about the kinder transport and thousands of young refugee children fleeing the Holocaust into safer countries, namely Great Britain. And secondly, they provided a field trip experience within our school by introducing us and hooking us up with the Holocaust Museum of Rockland County. We were able to provide an in-house field trip to an exhibit that they provided, all of the giant screens and printouts and activities that went along with it. And our students had our library transformed into a Holocaust museum where they were able to get a lot of firsthand accounts of what happened, the events, different stories, personal stories of survivors, and get some of that feel of the personal touch that is so powerful in translating the story from generation to generation of what happened. So again, my pleasure and honor it is to recommend and to receive the award tonight, the Zakor Institute, Zakor Anti-Semitism Institute. Thank you very much. Mrs. Sador, coming up to accept the award.
Up next is our high school, and here representing the high school is Lori Hawk, the principal.
Good evening. It is my honor to present the 2022 High School Community Connection Award. This year's award goes to Mr. Bill Bloom. 30 years ago, a small family-owned business called What's Hot opened in our community. Although the community has changed over the past 3 decades and dozens of businesses have come and gone, What's Hot stands today as an established part of our community, providing custom trophies, apparel, and awards. Bill Bloom was only a young child when his parents and uncle opened the shop in the 90s. But in 2013, Bill took over the daily operations of the business and became the owner of What's Hot. We're very proud to honor him tonight with our Community Connection Award. Whatever we needed throughout the year, whether it was awards, trophies, plaques, or apparel, Mr. Bloom made our students a priority. There have been many times when we needed something yesterday, and Bill always came through for us. He puts his other accounts on hold, and he makes sure that our district and our kids are taken care of. Not only does Bill provide discounted items to celebrate our students, but he takes an active role in supporting our programs in every way possible. We are very grateful to have an established relationship with a local business owner who is dependable and, more importantly, a pleasure to work with. Congratulations to Mr. Bloom for being the recipient of tonight's High School Community Connections Award. And thank you for helping us celebrate our students' achievements. Mr. Bloom?
And our final Community Connection Award this evening will be given by our PTA Council, and here representing the PTA Council is PTA Council President Bernie Vega again.
Hi. During a nationwide bus employee shortage and a global pandemic, the biggest concerns that we heard when we were opening, the doors were opening, was the transportation. It was bus shortages, and we got a lot of calls from members in our community. And we heard nothing but wonderful things from about Dawn Russell. Her ability to outsource and put our kids' health and needs first while maintaining a positive leadership attitude helped us feel really good about our children and our transportation. We want to thank you for transporting them to school every day and giving them the access to have and receive an education due to your leadership and commitment. We can only imagine the amount of phone calls you received and emails at all hours of the day. You've had to manage ensuring Crusaders were transported safely, and we thank you so much. Thank you for keeping our students safe. We appreciate you going the extra mile. Dawn Russell, thank you. I'm sure you have a lot of those mugs, right?
Thank you so much, and congratulations to all the recipients. We are going to take a brief 5-minute break before continuing on with the rest of the agenda. Good, okay. Good evening, we are reconvening. There was no board business that took place during the break. And our next piece of the agenda is we are moving on to honor our student board representative. Good evening. On behalf of the Board of Education, we'd like to take this opportunity to acknowledge our student board representative, Mr. Omer Mosker. We are appreciative of his service that he gave this year. A little back history of the student board representative. We have had one sitting on the board for several years. It is a position that was voted on by the voters, and so we have had this member of the community on our board for, I want to say, 6 years, I believe. And what we do is every year the students that are seniors, rising seniors, so in their junior year, they submit their applications. They are received anonymously by us board members, and we are able to read through those and have them come forward. And this past year, we chose Mr. Mosker, and he has been a great addition to our board. So I'd like to be able to acknowledge him this evening and congratulate him for his service. And I'm turning it over to Mr. Kravitz.
So when I'm done, we're almost done, just so everybody knows. So I will go through this. The first group of people I get to recognize are those who are either retiring or soon to be retiring from our staff. They represent hundreds of years, thousands of students impacted. Some already retired recently during this school year, and they are enjoying themselves, and they are somewhere else most likely. Others have a couple of more weeks, and then they can say goodbye as well. And I have a chance to meet with most of them before they leave. And for those who are here tonight, I know it's really hard to get people to come back. Sometimes it's a busy time of the year, but there are a handful of you here. Thank you. Thank you all. Because I don't think you'll ever fully understand. And that's the power of being there are many beautiful things about being a teacher or an administrator or a driver or whatever your role is. Sometimes it's hard to fully know what you've done in terms of being a teacher or impacting people. And I was just talking to Patrick O'Keefe over here, who's soon to be retiring, and he said, we have a new hire who's going to be on our agenda right after all this. He said, I had him all 4 years in math. And I said, oh, look, it's funny because we have Ms. Cape and Mr. McElroy who also had him as teachers. And it just, it's just an amazing thing. So congratulations in advance. If you could just hold all of your applause until the end, this way we'll get through all the names, and then you can give people. If you are here, I know, again, it was hard to get people here, please come on up so we can congratulate you. So I'm going to go through this list. It's extensive and wonderful at the same time. All right, Wendy Ackerman is a teacher at the high school. Kelly Albers is a school bus driver. Nancy Baldwin was a teaching assistant for tech. Thomas Beams was one of our custodians at the high school. Michelle Bennis, who is here, is currently an assistant principal at the high school. She was a teacher at the middle school and department chair, and I'm only saying this because I know she's taking her time to come up here, so I'm going to keep telling everybody what she does. But she's going to be leaving us in a little bit. Congratulations, Michelle. Joseph Balera was one of our middle school custodians. Julie Bing was one of our safety officers. Carmen Koss was a teaching assistant at North Main. Tom Costa is here. Tom Costa is a kindergarten teacher at Sapphire for a few more weeks. And he's kind of like a unicorn, right? You don't have a lot of male kindergarten teachers, and what he's done for kids has just been awesome. So congratulations and thank you, Tom. Russell Cox was a custodian at Sapphire. Jen Decker is here. Jen is one of our teachers at North Main for a couple more weeks, and then she gets to enjoy her next life. Congratulations, Jen, on a wonderful career. We have Madeline Dede, who is a bus attendant. Kathleen Doherty was a school nurse teacher at North Main. Janet Feinberg was one of our teaching assistants. Nancy Flanagan was a teacher in this building in the high school. Eileen Freud was a teacher at, or still is a teacher, almost going to be retired, a teacher at Pine Tree. Lee Friedman was the secretary in the Human Resources Office. Laura Gary is a TA in the high school. Eileen Garvey was a fax teacher here at the high school. Michael Glynn was one of our school bus drivers. Kristen Haas, teaching assistant at Pine Tree. Before that, she was a teacher at North Main. Scott Hatfield, who is on our list of retirees to whose retirement we're going to be accepting just after all this list is done, just recently told us that he's going to be retiring as from being a math teacher here at the high school. Jim Horn, it feels like a long time ago that he retired, but it was just a couple months, custodian at Sapphire. Denise Hoskins, teacher at the middle school. Betsy Huberth started out as a teaching assistant and moved her way up to teacher at Pine Tree. Susan Hughes is one of our monitors. Gino Iazino is a teacher from the middle school. Tony Jenkins was one of our food service workers, primarily here at the high school. John Casti was our former high school principal. Patricia Kolodziewski, teacher of Spanish here at the high school. Marianne Kostelnik, teacher here at the high school. Kate Menzo, teacher at Smith Clove. Mary Meza, monitor at Smith Clove. Carrie Mishik, teaching assistant at Pine Tree. Vicki Morales worked all around the district as a school nurse. Donna Nemeth was one of our school bus drivers. Barbara O'Connor was a teacher aide. Patrick O'Keefe is a math teacher here at the high school. He's been here a lot of years and has impacted a lot of kids. Congratulations to Patrick. Ken Paquette was one of our school bus drivers. Darlene Ramos retired as a teaching assistant at CV. Christine Ricker is here. I know she's thrilled to come up here. Christine is currently our Director of People Personnel Services. Prior to that, she was a school psychologist. Well, before that, she was an assistant principal at Smith Clove, and for years before that, she was a school psychologist, primarily at Central Valley. Renee Silverman, teacher at the middle school. Margaret Summers, school nurse teacher at Pine Tree. Cindy Tagney had a unique job. She was the school district's subcaller. So before we had ASAP, you would have to call Cindy in the morning or at night to say, my throat hurts, I can't come to school. And she'd say, okay, in a super friendly voice. And then she tried to figure out how we could cover you. Congratulations to her. Stephanie Thomas, school bus driver. Donna Tremblay was one of our food service workers. Marianne Vandermark is currently a math teacher at the middle school. Robin White, teacher at Pine Tree. Deborah Willis is one of those rare employees who kind of does everything. She is one of our food service workers, a school monitor, and then she does everything else that we ask her to do. She'll show up at a sporting event and wear a vest. She really kind of does it all. Carrie Wolf was one of our school bus drivers. And one person I went out of turn, who I want to mention, who is on this list but unable to walk across the stage, is Donna Pascullo. And for those who knew Donna or know of Donna, Donna isn't able to be up here. She passed away suddenly on May 7th. So she had just retired in December after serving 32 years as a school bus driver here in our school district. She's survived by her husband, Dom, and her two sons who went to school here, Dominic and Matthew. And to say that this, not just Donna, but her whole family have had an impact on the community is an understatement. She was a fixture, particularly in the village of Harriman. She and Dom were both originally from Harriman. Her funeral was attended by hundreds, and it was a fitting celebration for all that she was and all that she meant to a lot of people. And I just wanted to specially recognize her and let her family know that we continue to keep her in our thoughts. And with that, I would like to congratulate all those retirees from Monroe-Woodbury. So I think it's fitting, as we move on to the next group of people we're going to recognize, that so many of the people who we're now going to recognize were amongst the first to stand for the group of people who just retired. And I think it's important for everyone to understand that we have very high expectations for our staff here in Monroe-Woodbury. Those who are going to be recognized as being given tenure are a group of people who have risen to the top and have already made an impact on our students, our families, and our communities. And I have to say, I had a chance to hire or be a part of the hiring process for every single one of them. I am absolutely honored that I have a chance to present you to our board. And I don't really do the presenting, I'm just presenting you on your way up here. Mrs. Rodriguez is the one who formally gets to present you to the board. She's just trusting that I got it all right. So thanks for trusting. But the entire board is up here to congratulate those who are present. So if you're here, please come on up. And at the end, please stay up here. We're going to sit down. But then at that point, the Board of Education will take a motion to approve. If they approve you, great. If not, it's been a good run. I'm just kidding. It's going to be wonderful. So let me introduce the following people. Danielle Agnello, Michael Alvarado, Sarah Bennett. This one's unique because we just recognized her as someone who's going to retire, but before she does that, she's going to get tenure, and that's Michelle Bennis. We just wanted you to come all the way back down here. Michelle, you should have just stayed up here. Jason Champlin, Christopher Conway, Corinne Crawford, Catherine DiPietrantonio, Rebecca Dorfer, Rachel Ferens, Dean Frucci, Jillian Frucci, Aixa Garcia, Rebecca Gutierrez, Samantha Cresso. Heather Lee, Kathleen Lovato, Dana Lloyd, Alicia Pavignano, Emily Ritchell, Sarah Roth, Catherine Santoani, Angeli Santos, James Sierra, Kevin Sullivan, Sarah Trace, Brent Vanderwert, Amy Wallace, and Tanya Woods.
I'm going to have them put warm blankets at the bottom.
Yeah, we need like a
Yes,
thing over
they
us.
should give us good night. Oh, my left.
Okay.
do the motion.
Congratulations. And may I now have an official motion to approve the recommended 10-year appointments?
Motion.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. Congratulations.
Official.
Moving on with the agenda, may I have a motion to approve the canvass of the vote and adoption of resolution declaring the results of the election that was held on May 17th, 2022?
Motion. Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. May I have a motion to approve the minutes of the May 4th, 2022 special meeting and the May 17th, 2022 annual meeting?
Motion.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. I just want to make a note on the next item, which is for the revised calendar of board meetings. We were unfortunately having to change the meeting that was previously set for July 27th. The new meeting will be held on August 3rd. May I have a motion to approve this adjustment?
Motion.
A second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Matt, for personnel?
Thank you very much. So I'm going to be requesting approval for the items, but before we do that, just under certified appointments, I know we do have a number of certified appointments here. So just so, if you are a certified new hire, can you stand up so I know who's here? So we've got, yep, you gotta stand up, Matt, you know. So we've got Matthew Mitbo, who is, we are hoping that you'll approve him to be a new phys ed teacher at Central Valley. We have Julissa Rincon Tomizawa, who we are asking for approval to be our new Director of Pupil Personnel Services. And I think that's all we have here tonight. So with that, I respectfully request the approval for the items listed under personnel.
Motion.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Congratulations and welcome. Patrick, for business and financial?
Thank you. I also respectfully request the approval of the items listed under the business and financial section of the agenda, and I'd like to thank and acknowledge Peggy Porter for a donation to the MW Inspire Success Alumni Scholarship Fund, and Lillian Karp for a donation to the Ava Marie Haggerty Fund.
A motion.
May I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. May I have a motion to accept the recommendations on the Committee for Preschool Education?
Motion.
A second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And may I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
Second? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Meeting adjourned.